It's late summer and big crops are coming in from out of the garden. We've got pumpkins and squash starting to form. We have autumn fruiting raspberries just starting up, cucumbers, and of course, tomatoes. Many of us choose to grow our tomatoes in greenhouses. We can get them planted early, it helps to avoid blight, and it helps to keep temperatures warm and encourage fruiting. Yet we're here at the end of August and many of us have heavy trusses of green tomatoes and not a red one in sight. So what's gone wrong and how can we get these tomatoes to ripen? I spoke with my friend Rob Neal, who is the co-owner of Bella Nelson Nurseries with his wife Jill and of course their social media famous pup Toby. And they grow all the Manx tomatoes you see for offer at Robinson's and ShopRite stores, the Andrea's shop, Dot Price's Ramsey Farmers Market stall, and Mrs. Kenyuk's farm shop in St. John's. Now, Rob's tomatoes began ripening in May of this year, and he says it's been a really good year for tomatoes. He grows a lot of Shirleys, and he plants them very early in the year, and he plants them directly in the soil inside their commercial greenhouse up in Derby. His advice for hobby gardeners though, so those of us who have green tomatoes, is to first of all close the windows in our greenhouses to increase the heat and make it a bit warmer to encourage fruiting. When you do that, there is the chance of botrytis though, and that is caused by having stagnant humid air inside your greenhouse. So you do need to keep an eye out for that and ensure that you never water the leaves of your plants. Always water the base. And you should also remove all of the foliage above the top truss of tomatoes. And this encourages the development of the fruit rather than more growth of green leaves. You could also remove the leaves around the fruit to expose them to sunlight. And Rob says that foliage this time of the year is not as important for the development of the fruits. So don't be wary of cutting off too much, just go for it, lop off the top, and that will really help to encourage those tomatoes to turn red. Now, Rob says the most important thing that we can do as hobby gardeners to get an early harvest is to get our tomato plants started right. But if you're left in a situation right now that you have plants with loads of green tomatoes and say in a month's time there's still loads, don't worry. You can pick them off the plant and they will ripen once picked. Just lay them out on trays. If you have ripe bananas in the house, put them next to them because that natural ethylene will help to encourage the fruits to turn red. And if all else fails, you can cook with green tomatoes and throw them into everything from stir fries to pasta sauces, or even make delicious green tomato chutney. And there is a fabulous recipe on lovelygreens.com, and to find it all you need to do is Google green tomato chutney recipe.